Hello, my most amazing artists. We're going to take our lovely pumpkin we have painted and figure out how we're going to put it down today. So the very first thing is to cut it out because we want to make sure that we have a piece of paper that is the right size. We don't want it too big or too small because we want the composition of our piece to look really nice. Some of you will want a big piece of paper, some of you will want a small piece of paper, and that's why we are going to cut it out and figure out which one is right first. It's kind of like the Goldilocks and the Three Bears. This one is too small. Oh no, it doesn't fit on the paper, but this one is just right. So you're going to play a little bit of fairy tales with your piece. Once you have your piece figured out, you can either do your piece tall like I am here or wide. I'm going to do it tall. I'm going to put some little stars in the background and a moon because this is a nighttime scene. To make a little star, all you're going to do is make an X and put a line through it, and that makes a real easy star. I'm also putting some dots on my paper for tiny stars that look further away. When your stars are all on your paper, then you're going to figure out where your pumpkin is going to go and where your leaves are going to go. In order to do that, we have to figure out the composition of our leaves too, because we are not just going to start gluing them down willy-nilly. No, ma'am. No, sir. We are going to figure out where they look the best. In order to do that, you lay them down. You look. You say, oh, maybe I like these colors together, or maybe I don't like all these colors together, or what if I flip this one around, or what if I put this one up here? So you're going to see me do that in just 1 second. Cutting out my leaves one at a time and putting them in a little stack so I don't lose them. Then you are going to take your trash, crumple it up, not throwing away any leaves, and put it in a trash can. Now I can figure out the composition of my piece. I'm going to lay down my leaves towards the bottom because that's where I'm thinking I'm going to start. Some leaves can be behind your pumpkin, some leaves can be in front. It can look like it's laying in a pile of leaves. You could even put one towards the stem if you wanted. Once you have a composition you think you like, then you're going to use your glue stick and glue down your pumpkin really securely. I'm going to also do a little trick where I put down my pumpkin, I rub and then flip over my paper. Flip over the paper, there we go, and give it a back rub. Because when you give it that back rub, you're giving it glue grab time. Now I'm going to lay out my leaves so I have a beautiful composition. See, I stuck that one behind so it's overlapping. In fact, all of these leaves I believe are going to be overlapping something. There we go. See, I put one at the stem too. And then you can also flip it over for some more glue grab time if it's not working. Then I'm going to use the highlights from the moon to create a highlight on my pumpkin. Because the moon is shining down, I'm going to rub my finger along it, just along that one little oil pastel line to make it a little bit smoother. And then I'm going to add a dark line on each of the leaves so that those leaves all have a shadow on it. There we go. The last thing to do is add in some swirly vines with a loop-de-loop line. You want to do them in 2 different green values, a dark green and then the light green value to really make it pop out and give it contrast. And voila, your piece is done.